out your book. So we're going to look at now revision unit D. Yeah, something's wrong with the projector. Good, there we go. Okay, so unit D, revision. So unit D is all about exponential and logs. So page 97, first one. Come on, hey, MP. Come on. You look like you're making trouble over there. Hang on, guys, come on, I want to get started now.
I lost my last one.
Well, then just sit beside someone who has it. Yes, go.
Yes, go. Let's go.
Right, now, page 97. So we have 2 plus 2 log base 3x equals log 3y. We need to show that y equals 9x squared. So what we have to do here is use the rules of logs to simplify the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So there's not much to do on the right-hand side, but we can do a little bit on the left-hand side. So what can we do on the left-hand side?
Bring the 2.
Yeah. We can bring the 2 up as a square, yeah. So we have 2 plus log 3x squared equals log 3y. So this is the fourth rule of logs. We're allowed to bring numbers up to the power and vice versa. And now it's getting a little bit trickier, but there's a couple of things we can do next. Anybody got any ideas what we could do next?
Make the 2.
Well, there's two main choices. Some people think we could change the 2, do something with the 2, or yeah, or bring the log to the other side to make it as division. So I think the slightly easier thing to do would be to bring the logs to the same side. So we have 2. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on. No, it doesn't usually happen. This is the first time this has ever happened.
So, will it work if we do 3 power?
MB, not right now. All right. No. Ignore F. I'll just rewrite the line that was just there.
I think this is my fault. I should probably do it.
It's too much bad karma coming from this side of the room. Yes. Oh man. Alright, just ignore the giant black square on the screen. So, taking the log over to the other side, so we get 2 equals log 3y minus what the? Might need. No, it looks okay for the moment. Minus 2 minus log 3x squared. Okay, so now that I've taken it to the other side, what do I do? Well, because it's minus, I can divide. Yeah, minus, so I can divide. Log 3y over x squared. Now, what could I do next? Well, you could say, yeah, what is it?
3 power log
3 power 2
is equal to y over x.
very good, equals y over x squared. What's 3 squared? 9. And I can bring the x squared over to the left, so I'll end up with y equals 9x squared, which is what they ask you to do. You need to show this.
What did you do with the log?
No, I didn't ignore it because that's what log means. It means 3 to the power of 2 equals the y over x squared. It's the definition of log. Now, what they want you to do next is using that result to help you solve the equation in B. So if you have a look at B now, look at B and look at A. What is the only difference between those two? Look at A and look at B. What's the only difference between the two? In the first case, you have 2 plus 2 log 3x equals log 3y. And in the second case, you have log 3 21x minus 10. So it's like the y equals 21x minus 10. Yes? Are you upon? Now, we have this result from the previous part A. So all we have to do is take this new result and put it in here. So we get 21x minus 10 equals 9x squared. So we get 9x squared minus 21x plus 10 equals 0. And there's going to be two answers here. So let's see. 5 and 5. 3 and 2. No, 3 and 3. So 5 and 2 then is one of them, yeah? Well, okay. 3, well it has to be, well it could be 9 and 1 I guess. Give me.
5 over 3 and 2.
No, I want the factors. They are the roots, MB. Yeah, and that's what I... 3x minus 5 and 3x minus 2. So we get x equals 5 over 3. Hey, stop. Or 2 over 3. Now, can we use both answers? We need to check if we can use both answers. So if we look at the original equation, x must be positive because we have log x, and 21x minus 10 must be positive. So that means 21x must be more than 10, which means x must be more than 10 over 21. So from the question we know that x must be more than 10 over 21. So this looks good and this looks good. So both answers are acceptable. You are so in the wrong room. So in the wrong room. Avenue, remember him? Yeah.
This should be x equals...
That's x equal. Oh, here? No, I'm just saying x needs to be more than 10 over 21. It's from the question, in the original question. Okay, C now. Andy? C now. You're told that V equals A, E, K, T. And you're told V is 70 when T is 5, and V is 130 when T is 8. So do you remember these ones? You have to substitute both of them into the equation to get the A and the K. So I'll put the first one in. I get 70 equals E5K. And then the second one, 130, oh sorry, there's an A in front there, AE8K. Now who remembers how to solve these? No, don't need log. It was like something I did last time as well in the geometric. Not natural log, no. Divide them. The biggest one over the smaller one. So you have 130 over 70 equals AE8K over AE5K. A's cancel, zeros cancel. What do I get on the right? E what power? 3k. Now, how do I cancel e? With a log. Yep, so typing that in. Log 13 over 7 divided by 3. Whoops. Divided by 3. So we get k equals 0.206. Now, how can I find the a? Substitute it, let's say, back into this one. And I'll end up with a equals...
70.
Hold on, yes, that I know, Andy, thank you. Don't distract me, I can't do two things at once. Let's see. So yeah, 70 over e power 5k. So I get a is 24.9, if I want to do it as 1 there. 95. There. Now, last part is find the value of v when t is 12. So v when t is 12. So that's a, e, k, t. All you have to do is type that all in on your calculator. So let's see what we get. 24.95 e power 0.206 times 12. So 295.6 is the v.
Inside
12. Because in the question they want it when t is 12. Yeah.
Where's e gone to?
It's cancelled with the natural log. See in the pink. Yeah, I didn't bother writing it in, but it was like there was a log here as well. The log went on both sides and it cancelled the e on the right.
And the final value is 4v, right?
Mm-hmm.
Final answer is 4v.
Oh yeah, that final one here is part 2v and this is part 1. Okay, yeah.
What's in the brackets beneath A?
You're not listening because I just said, someone asked me that 30 seconds ago. 12. Now, anything else? No? So looking at number 2 now. Amro, where's Abdal gone? Oh, a meeting. So he might be here later?
Yeah.
Unless he's in lots of trouble. And it'll be a long meeting? No? Alright, okay. Who? Yeah, maybe he's in trouble. Placement trouble. You never know. Okay, number 2. Log 4x minus 7 equals 2 log 2x minus 5. So the first question is, for what values will these equations be defined? So if you have a log, what do you need for the variable that goes inside of the log? What do you need to have when you have something going inside of a log? Not 0 and not negative. So in other words, for this to be defined, you need the 4x minus 7 to be bigger than 0, and you need the 2x minus 5 to be bigger than 0. You were Porrick, right? Yes, come on. Were you in lots of trouble? Not really? That's good. Good to hear that. So this one here, x is more than 7 over 4, and here x needs to be more than 5 over 2. Now you don't need to for this question, but you might need to in the exam. So sometimes they would like you to put these results together to get one result. So here I'm telling you that x needs to be more than 7 over 4. But it can't equal 7 over 4, so it needs to be to the right here of 7 over 4. And then x here needs to be more than 5 over 2, which would be like here, 5 over 2. So the only way both of these conditions can be true is if one of them is always true. Which one's that? Which one do you need more? The left or the right?
The left.
The right. Because if this is true, that you're more than 5 over 2, then you're also automatically more than 7 over 4. So if you want both of these to be true at the same time, the only way they both can be true at the same time is if x is more than 5 over 2. Or in other words, if x is between 5 over 2 and infinity, to the right here, to infinity. Although, just so you know, for full marks they only needed you to go here, but it could have easily have asked you to combine these results to get one answer. Now, the next part. Yes?
What does it mean to be defined?
In other words, defined here, what they mean is what values are allowed, what values are permitted. If you didn't know that, please make note of that in your workbook. When they say what is required to make this defined, it's another way of saying what are the allowed values of x, what are the legal, permitted, possible values of x, what values can you use? Oh yeah, this is your one, is it? Yep. Well, you can hold on to that if you read out the next part. So the next one we have to solve. Actually, it's just to solve this equation, isn't it? No, you can. All right. How can I solve this log equation? What should I do? Any ideas? What should I do first? Yeah, 2 should go up as a power. So log 4x minus 7 equals log 2x minus 5 squared. Log a equals log b, therefore a equals b. So you can cancel the logs here. Expand the right hand side. 4x minus 7 equals 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. Grouping them all together. I was on a roll. You interrupted me. What?
Why square?
Why square here? Because there was a 2 in front that went up.
Oh, okay.
4x squared minus 24x plus 32 equals 0. Whoops, sorry. So I can divide everything by 4. X squared minus 6x plus 8 equals 0. So what's that? 4 and 2. X is x minus 4, x minus 2. So x equals 2 or 4, yeah? Now, one of these answers is acceptable and one of them is not. Which one is acceptable? The 4 is good and the 2 is not, because 2 is not part of this interval. It's outside of this, because 5 over 2 is 2.5. Yeah?
So if you just, on the real task, if you just write x equals 2 or 4, then you would lose a mark.
Exactly right. Yeah, you need to, at the end, to get full marks, to say, reject this answer, because 2 is not part of what's allowed, which is 5 over 2 to infinity. So in fact, there is only one answer here, x equal to 4. Yes, it's not an English test. If you say not acceptable or reject not acceptable, or something that looks like that, that is okay.
What number or value, teacher, did you look at to make two rejected?
Because it is not belonging to the line here. It doesn't belong to this, which came from the previous question. Usually, one part of the question feeds into the next part. So this was A part 1 and A part 2. Okay, B now. So the population of a town is modeled by the equation P equals AEKT. And you're told in the year 2000 the population is 30,000. So you have 30,000 is the population at the beginning when T is 0. And P will be 36,000 10 years later in the year 2010. So just like in the previous question, we have to find the constant A and the constant K. So we substitute both in like before. 30,000 equals AEKT. So that's 0K. And 36,000 equals AE10K. Well, this one here is great because e power 0 is what?
1.
So we have one answer already. A is 30,000. And we can put that into the second equation to simplify it. 36,000 equals 30,000 E10K. Those zeros cancel. Bring the 30 over here. How can I cancel an E? Put log on both sides. So log on both sides. MB, did you just say Lynn?
I'm used to saying
Okay, so then you want to get rid of the 10, so how do I get rid of the 10? Well, divide by 10. So after all of that algebra, we can get the K out. It's 1 over 10 log 36 over 30. So here, K equals 0.0182. So I have my A and my K. And probably the last part is, yes, use this model to predict what the population will be in 2013. So in 2013, A is still A, K is still K, but the T now will be 13. So we get the answer 38024 will be the population. Okay, next question now, part 3. Okay, so in other words, we want to simplify this now. So what do we multiply above and below by? The conjugate, remember? So here will be 2 minus 3 root 5, and here will be 2 minus 3 root 5. So, big long fraction now. On the top, multiplying these two terms together, I get 2 minus 3 root 5 minus 8 root 5 plus 12 times 5. And then at the bottom, multiplying those two together, I'll get 4 minus 6 root 5 plus 6 root 5 minus 9 times 5. Now, what's nice, in the bottom, the roots cancel as they always should. So on the top, we'll get 2 plus 60. So 62 minus 11 root 5 all over 4 minus 45. So it's minus 41? No, yes? 4 minus 45. Yeah, minus 41. Now, I think that's as simple as it's going to get. So it'll be minus 62 over 41 plus 11 over 41 root 5. Now, we can check that this answer is right. So if I type in 1 minus 4 root 5 over 2 plus 3 root 5, the answer is minus 62 over 41 plus 11 over 41 root 5. So if this was an exam, you'd know you've gotten full marks for that question. Okay, so write that one down. Oh, Shaban, why'd you do this to me? Where's Salma today? I don't see her. No? And Amr and someone else. Zero? No. It's a 6. No, Mashari's right there. He just missed ICT this morning. Any reason, Mashari?
Nothing in particular.
No. Alright, B part now. We want to simplify root x minus cube root x all over x squared. So I'll split them first. Root x over x squared minus cube root x over x squared. Now, what is square root as a power?
Well,
Yep, a half. And then cube root? Cube root, come on. A third. Now, when you divide, what do you do to the powers? What's wrong, Amjad?
This expression and distance.
This is the question,
Yeah.
and I'm simplifying it. So this has become that, and it's become, well, never mind. I've turned this into that, and I'm just simplifying it. What do I do next to simplify this? Subtract. So a half minus 2 is minus 1.5. And then a third minus 2 is minus 5/3. Is that right? No. Yes? Come on. Yes, minus 5/3. All right. So that's the answer for B. They want you to simplify it. So that's as simple as I can make it.
So you do 2 minus half and 2 minus
A half minus 2 and a third minus 2. Yeah. Top minus bottom.
This expansion?
Yep. Well, yeah. It's part of that chapter, exponential and logs. Yeah.
and you, the last one, make it fruit.
Only you could, but only we don't. Only because if you look at the question, they say write the answer as xa minus xb. So yeah, we could still get this back into a root, but I stop here because that's what they wanted us to do. See now, they want you to simplify this without using your calculator. Log 327 minus 4 log 3 1/9. Okay, well, the good thing is the bases are the same, so no problem there. Amjad, 27. Let's use your arithmetic here. What type? What I can rewrite that as something else. 27 is something and a something and a power and something. 3. Yeah, good man. Right, and here, what about 1 over 9? What would that be as a power?
9 and log minus 1.
Yep. Now, this 3 can come down in front. What's log 3?
1.
1. So you get 3 minus 4, and this minus 1 can come down in front. So you get this here. Now, what's log 3 9? 3 to what power makes 9? Nope, the one before, 2. So 3 plus 4 times 2. So 11 then. Now I'd like to do, we're nearly one part left, but I'd like to try and do E as well, because E, there's only 2 questions. And if I can get E done today as well, then that means we have F and G to do on Monday, and then we can have whatever we want after that then.
Extra questionnaire session.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end. Go down? Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Sorry to disappoint you. Okay, y equals 19 plus 11 e to the minus 0.05t. And the question is, Muna, focus. The question is, what is the value of t when y equals 25? So we put y equals 25 here, and we to try and find t. So 25 equals 19 plus 11 e power 0.05t. So we take the 19 over to the left. 25 minus 19 will be 6. So what do we do with the 11? Well, we divide the 11. So we have 6 over 11. Now, how can I cancel an e? With a log. So log 6 over 11 will equal minus 0.05t. So to finish, t will equal log 6 over 11 divided by minus 0.05. Type that in. Log 6 over 11 divided by minus 0.05. 12.1.